What's up guys, it's Light Spiral here, and today I wanted to bring you a review video of Chlling the Water Jack-o'-lantern. Okay, I clicked the wrong button. I recently 6-starred him, just this morning actually I 6-starred him, and these are what the runes are looking like. It's not the world's best runes. What is that? More or less 13,000 HP, 1,300 attack, 800 defense, a little under 200 speed, with 49 crit rate, 146 crit damage, 21 resistance, and 11 accuracy. They're not great, whatever it's called, not great runes, but they do what I want him to do. I built him for dragons. The skill ups, I need one more in the first skill, and that's it. And then I have him on Violent with speed, crit damage, and attack, just so you guys know what mine is looking like. But to make this like monster review, basically I'm gonna say what he's useful for, what people could use him for, but I don't think he's that good for. What I'm using him for, as well as like an overall like rating of him and whether you should 6-star him or not. So to start off, what I think he's best for is Dragons B10, just like straight up Dragons B10 speed teams in specific. So the reason why is his first skill will attack 3 times. It also has a chance to do a speed debuff, but the main thing is that it attacks 3 times, and his passive makes it so he'll take a buff off the enemy and put it on himself. And then it doesn't, like, the accuracy doesn't matter that much because he attacks 3 times. Like, I used this one with 11 accuracy, and in Dragons B10 he strips the will runes, or not the will runes, the immunity buff, like 95% of the time. So it's pretty reliable, and that's with 11 accuracy. And then his second skill does a speed buff and a crit rate buff every 3 turns if it's max skilled. And so what he's good for in Dragons basically is he does his buff, which is okay, the speed buff, crit rate buff. And then what's really good about him is every time he uses his first skill, if the boss has the immunity up, Chlling will likely strip the immunity and put it on himself. So not only is it good to get the immunity off the boss because you can't like slow down the boss or defense break the boss or do anything to the boss so he has immunity, but it's also good because if your Chlling has immunity, he can't get debuffed, which means that he won't get dotted, so you don't like need to worry about cleansing him. So that's where he's good. I tried to build mine for damage. The attack power is not that high, but the crit rate in Dragons is going to be the 49 plus 15 because the element advantage, plus 30 when there's the crit rate buff. So that's 94, I think. I'm doing the math right in my head. A 94 crit rate is plenty. And so that's what I'm using him for. What other people could use him for, which I don't think is as good, you could use him in necro. And the reason I don't think he's as good in necro is because he doesn't do that much damage. And after the buff, the Jack-o'-lantern's first skill does more damage according to their speed. But in necro, your speed is limited to 130, so you can't do that much damage because you can't get the speed that high. So I don't think he's that good in necro because of that. I've seen some people use him in arena and RTA and guild battles. I think he can be okay in that. He's good at countering like Chloe's and stuff of that nature, Wusas and Bestets and stuff like that. Stuff with like multiple buffs. But yeah, I think he could be decent in that. And then that's pretty much the extent of him. If you wanted to, you could find a way to use him in Giants, but since he does a triple hit, I don't think he's the best Giants monster. And so, like, with that being said, my experiences with Chlling, with these runes, is that he's been a really big game changer for my Dragons B10 speed team. I'm now finally able to do a no healer Dragons B10 team because of Chlling. And so I think that's good. I would say that like what happens is basically this first skill, it does pretty close to like no damage with these runes. So with the 148 crit damage, 200 speed, and 1300 attack, he does pretty minimal damage. This skill I like. I like the speed buff, crit rate buff. I think it's good. I like the passive. And the leader skill is okay, but I use the Verd leader skill. But so with that said, he is a game changer. I do think he's a really good monster. Just because of the fact that he's so reliable as a stripper in dragons, as well as the buff he has, and it's a triple hit. And so that's what I think about him. If you wanted me to rate him on 1 to 10, I would probably give him a 7. And the way he could get better is if they just made it so his multipliers were higher, or maybe I just need better runes or something. But these runes should be good enough for him to do decent damage, and he just doesn't. This wall right here is what I use in dragons, and it hits about twice as hard as this Chlling. And this Hua only has 200 more attack, more or less has 200 more attack and 20 crit damage. It's 200 attack and 20 crit damage. It shouldn't be enough to double the damage. Now I know Hua's good at damage and all that, but the main thing here is that Chlling is not good at damage. So would I recommend him? Would I not recommend him? It depends on where you are in the game. I don't think Chlling is good in a starter Dragons B10 team. I don't think he provides enough. I would say until you're moving into Dragons B10 speed teams, no healer teams, or maybe like healer but no cleanser teams, I don't think Chlling has a lot of use. I don't think he's great in necro. I haven't used him in guild battles yet, honestly, because today's Sunday and you can't do guild battles on Sunday. I don't use him in arena because I use Lucians in arena. I haven't tried him in RTA yet because I don't really play RTA, honestly. But so that's my review of him. In the coming week or so, I'm going to make a video of Chlling in Giants, Dragons, Necro, and guild battles for you guys. So if you do want to stay posted on what I think of Chlling in each area of the game, you might want to come back to this channel every there and then and see if I post a new video, because over the next week or so, 10 days, I do plan on releasing a Giants, Dragons, Necro, and guild battle video with Chlling. But that's all I have for today, though, guys. If there's any other videos you want to see, be sure to tell me in the comments. Also, if there's any questions you have or anything like that, leave them in the comments. But yeah, that's all I have for today, though, guys. So may the best year today's be the worst year tomorrow's.